Sleep.
My name is Jeff Sheldon, and I'm the founder of UgMonk. Before ShipStation, it was crazy. Like, it's great when you see, 100 orders come in, but then you realize I got 100 orders that I actually have to ship out. ShipStation streamlined that whole process. The order data, the weights of the items, everything is seamlessly put into ShipStation. So when we print the shipping label, everything's pretty much done. It's so much easier. So now we're ready, bring on the orders.
ShipStation, the #1 choice of online sellers. Go to shipstation.com/try and get 2 months free.
Well, evangelical leaders honored in a special event at the White House. With us now is a pastor who is there and author of Living Fit, Make Your Life Count by Pursuing a Healthy You. Senior pastor of Cross Church in Springdale, Arkansas, Dr. Ronnie Floyd. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for the opportunity.
So you were at the White House last night. Tell us how it was. What was the event? Why were you there? How was the president and his relationship with the evangelical community going?
Well, the president invited about 100 evangelical leaders from across America to come and to celebrate all that's been going on across the country since he's been elected. And so that's exactly what we did, and we were grateful for his leadership at this time in our country.
And Dr. Floyd, you are grateful for the fact that this president is, in your estimation, protecting religious freedoms. Here's a little bit of what he said regarding that last night.
Of believers, and tonight we're joined by faith leaders from across the country who believe in the dignity of life, the glory of God, and the power of prayer. My administration has strongly spoken out against religious persecution around the world, including the persecution of Christians all over the world.
All over the world. Dr. Floyd, why is it that you, as an evangelical leader, support this president?
Well, when you really look at it, Steve and Katie, here's what we have. We have a leader in our nation who could go down in history as being the most pro-life, the most pro-religious liberty, and the most pro-conservative judicial leader that we've ever had in making appointments. And so we're thankful for the president being willing to stand up for life, for the sanctity and the dignity of human life. We're thankful that he's out there on the forefront for religious liberty, protecting religious liberty here in the country and across the world. I mean, look what they're trying to do and what they've already done for religious liberty internationally. Yeah. And so we're really grateful they're standing in the gap and making a difference.
When the president said the war on religion and religious freedom is over, so clearly there's been a big difference between his administration and the previous.
It was your third visit to the White House during this administration. Dr. Ronnie Floyd, we thank you very much for joining us live. His book is called Living Fit. Sir, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Coming up on this very busy Tuesday morning, the DEA has launched a new crackdown on opioids, targeting doctors and pharmacies that are overprescribing them. Geraldo Rivera went along for a raid, and he's going to join us live with video next hour.
People with type 2 diabetes are excited about the potential of once-weekly Ozempic. In a study with Ozempic, a majority of adults lowered their blood sugar and reached an A1C of less than 7 and maintained it.
Oh, under 7?
And you may lose weight. In the same one-year study, adults lost on average up to 12 pounds.
Oh, up to 12 pounds?
A 2-year study showed that Ozempic does not increase the risk of major cardiovascular events like heart attack, stroke, or death.
Oh, no increased risk?
Ozempic should not be the first medicine for treating diabetes or for people with type 1 diabetes or diabetic ketoacidosis. Do not share needles or pens. Don't reuse needles. Do not take Ozempic if you have a personal or family history of medullary thyroid cancer, multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2, or if you are allergic to Ozempic. Stop taking Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, itching, rash, or trouble breathing. Serious side effects may happen, including pancreatitis. Tell your doctor if you have diabetic retinopathy or vision changes. Taking Ozempic with a sulfonylurea or insulin may increase the risk for low blood sugar. Common side effects are nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, stomach pain, and constipation. Some side effects can lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems.
I discovered the potential with Ozempic.
Ask your healthcare provider if Ozempic is right for you.
test drive come together during the final days of the Lincoln Summer Invitation event. Get 0% APR on select 2018 Lincoln models plus $1,000 bonus cash.
Got directions to the nightclub here. And if you get lost, just hit me on the old horn.
Tom's my best friend, but ever since he bought a new house...
It's a $10 cover? Oh, okay. You can see that on the website.
He's been acting more and more like his dad.
Come on, guys, jump in. The water's fine. Tom Pritchard. How we doing? Hi there, Tom Pritchard. Can we get a round of jalapeno poppers for me and the boys, please? I've been saving a lot of money with Progressive lately, so...
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
What if your pharmacy didn't act like a pharmacy? What if you never had to sort your pills? And taking your medication was this easy? What if everything was delivered to you, so you never had to waste time standing in line? PillPack is a new kind of pharmacy. We'll sort your medication and deliver it directly to your door. It's your medication made easy. Learn more at pillpack.com.
The stock market hit new records because the President of the United States, he was talking to the President of Mexico, and they have come to some sort of a new trade deal.
We're going to call it the United States-Mexico Trade Agreement. And we'll get rid of the name NAFTA. It has a bad connotation.
Lanny Davis caught lying about what Michael Cohen knew about Russia, hacking, and that famed Trump Tower meeting.
Lanny Davis says he was a source for CNN's Trump Tower story.
Bruce Orr heading to the hot seat behind closed doors to testify about his ties to the anti-Trump dossier.
He really is a critical kind of wheel in this whole collusion cog that we've been able to expose.
He's the President of the United States, and you have to respect the office.
I don't even know if he believes that that's what he's saying.
The beautiful moment a soldier reunites with his best friend.
Katie, you don't have a comment on some of your favorite artists?
I mean, Taylor Swift. I went to one of her concerts and she sold me completely.
Oh, really?
And it was like not a fan, and then I became a super fan.
Well, I tell you what,
I love her.
Can we turn the music up a little louder so you can sing along?
It's not karaoke hour. It's way too early for that. Gotta shake it off, though.
I took my daughters to the Taylor Swift show.
Wasn't it amazing?
Yep.
She was incredible. She really is an amazing artist of our time. She's incredibly talented.
I've never seen her in concert. I'd love to share in this moment, but I can't.
But Brian,
Brian feels left out. Sorry,
Taylor
Brian.
Swift and I actually had a little conversation where we were talking about her first. No, it's not always about you. Her first, Taylor Swift's first TV appearance was on Fox and Friends.
Well, there you go.
Right out there on that plaza.
When she was 15, probably. Her record deal that she signed when she was 15 years old is about to expire. There's a whole bunch of news about what she's going to do.
I remember predicting she would never amount to anything, and I feel bad about that.
Oh, boy. Brian, you're just striking out today, man.
I know.
Come on.
Hey, on another note, politics. President Trump celebrating a big victory yesterday in the about 11 o'clock Eastern time after reaching a deal with Mexico to replace, I guess, 2/3 of NAFTA.
And once it's signed, it'll be a major first step towards fulfilling a key campaign promise of renegotiating U.S. trade deals.
Kevin Corke is live at the White House to break down the new agreement that is kind of just half a NAFTA.
Can I just say, Kilmeade is hilarious.
He is. He's very funny.
Have you been to a Taylor Swift concert, Kevin?
I have not.
All right, Kevin, we got to get you to one with Brian. We got to get you some tickets.
Hey,
I'm
Kevin,
trying not to laugh. Very
try to
funny,
collect
but you know
yourself.
Yeah, that's right. She's quite the performer, and quite the performance yesterday by the President of the United States in completing NAFTA. I love the way you said that. Not quite NAFTA. Not quite a fully executed deal between the U.S. and Mexico, but certainly something that the president has been pointing to for quite some time. Let me show you just some of what we learned yesterday about this deal between the U.S. and one of our largest trading partners in the world. 75% of auto parts will now be produced in North America, and that's important. You have to understand often other players, China, for example, can sort of circumvent some of the existing rules between the U.S. and, say, a country like that by going through Mexico. Well, a lot of that will now be pared back. You see 40 to 45% of all auto parts must now be made by workers earning at least $16 an hour. Again, a tip of the fedora to the American worker. Unlikely that you're going to see that many workers south of the border making that kind of money. It also strengthens protections of intellectual property and financial services trade, which is a huge advantage for the U.S. economy, and it improves trade of digital products. There's a lot more involved in this, guys. It's not just about making a deal on auto with Mexico. This is about shifting the paradigm with respect to the way the United States handles trade. For decades, it's simply been the U.S. sort of does a deal which benefits those around us so that they can improve their businesses and then do business in turn with us. Well, now the president said it's time to focus on America first. Here's what he said yesterday about this new deal with Mexico. Well, he said, among other things, I can tell you this. He said, we are looking forward to not only continuing the conversation with Canada. He said, we are certainly pleased that we've been able to navigate what has been previously thought to be a fairly thorny road between the U.S. and Mexico. When you think back to all the rhetoric that we saw going into the election period back in 2016, the fact that they were able to knock this deal out with Mexico right out of the blocks is certainly important for the U.S. We'll keep an eye on Mexico, but also on Canada, guys. You may have heard that the trade ambassador from our neighbors to the north will be making her way here to the U.S. That will be pivotal as the president and his Canadian counterpart try to work out a deal between the U.S. and Canada. Guys, back to you.
That's right.
Thank you, Kevin.
Great job. So, you know, what companies benefited, if you want to know if this trade deal looks good? Well, the stock market overall, but GM, Ford, one flying up, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, and other industrial firms all benefited, as did Boeing and Caterpillar. They looked at this and said, this is going to help a lot of companies. And listen, I think the price of cars are probably going to go up a little, but that's a small price to pay. If we get more people at work here, I think that would be fine.
That's a big if. But ultimately, Katie, this is what Donald Trump ran on as president. He was going to renegotiate these stink bomb trade deals. He's 2/3 of the way to doing that right now, and actually halfway.
Right, and I'm interested, too, to see where this goes if Canada comes to the table. But also, earlier this year, the president talked about redoing TPP. Remember, he pulled out of the Trans-Pacific Partnership. I think that renegotiating NAFTA, redoing it, bringing both countries to the table, either together or separately, as he said, maybe he'll go to the Asia-Pacific region as well and try to renegotiate that deal to put China in more of a spot.
And, Katie, you know why I think you're right? Is because it is becoming so clear that TPP is a hedge against China.
Right, exactly.
And he's trying to get China's attention. He's not happy with the second-tier delegation that showed up last week. The tariffs are a tit for tat. So now he's saying, wait a second, what if I go into TPP and become that wedge that President Obama talked about, but in a deal that I like, and now a group of countries that want us in?
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. And China, of course, is what is on the mind of the president at all times. They come to play at every single trade negotiation, whether it's NAFTA or TPP.
Where were the trade negotiations during the Obama years? Because here's a flashback to August 7th, 2007, when Barack Obama said, you know what, I'm going to fix that thing.
Scrap NAFTA, Senator Obama, or fix it?
I would immediately call the President of Mexico, the President of Canada, to try to amend NAFTA, because I think that we can get labor agreements in that agreement right now. And it should reflect the basic principle that our trade agreements should not just be good for Wall Street, it should also be good for Main Street.
That was candidate Obama saying it was time to renegotiate. I keep going back to what Ross Perot said, that everyone said he was wrong. It turns out in some ways he was right. As soon as NAFTA passed, he says, if it passes, you'll hear a giant sucking sound of jobs leaving this country and going south. And they did, and this president's trying to bring it back.
It'll be interesting what Democrats, how they react to the president's renegotiation.
Indeed. And we want to know what Larry Kudlow's reaction is. Actually, we know. He's effusive. He thinks it's great. He's going to be with us just about an hour and 20 minutes, 90 minutes from right now, right here on the channel. Meanwhile, yesterday we played a soundbite for you over the weekend with Tiger Woods after he finished a big tournament out at the Ridgewood Country Club in Paramus, New Jersey. He was asked a question. So, you've played golf with Donald Trump recently, I think last Thanksgiving. Would you say that Donald Trump is a professional friend or a personal friend? And this is what he said.
I think a lot of people, especially people of color, immigrants, feel threatened by him, by his policies. He's thrown himself into sports debates in terms of race with LeBron James, with the anthem. What do you say to people who might find it interesting that you have, I guess, a friendly relationship with him?
Well, he's the president of the United States, and you have to respect the office. And no matter who's in the office, you may dislike personality or the politics, but we all must respect the office.
And I thought that was a great answer by an athlete, very smart guy, an athlete who, even though he's friends with Trump, he says, I've known him for 20 years, play golf, they're in the same business, they live right next to each other. So I thought that was a fine answer. And as soon as I heard it, I said to myself, this is going to be big news.
Well, if you were watching ESPN, their reaction was not a positive one. Listen to this exchange between Max Kellerman and Stephen Smith.
We must respect the office, therefore that confers respect to the occupant. Tiger, is that what you're saying? If that's what you're saying, that is a stupid comment. I don't even know if he believes that that's what he's saying.
First of all, we don't know what Tiger Woods believes. He's Camblinasian. He's not black. When he got arrested, he was black.
Oh, so now they're questioning Tiger Woods' race because he dares to say that he respects the office of the President of the United States. Pretty unbelievable, actually.
Stephen A. Smith, Max Kellerman, usually I just hear him on sports, but he's a liberal guy just going off. But Stephen A. Smith is a deep thinker. He does not have knee-jerk reaction to obvious big questions. I'm very curious what he thinks in the big picture about the president.
Mr. Kellerman said, are you saying that the office therefore confers respect on it to its present temporary occupant? No. Having respect for the office means principally, in my view, is the office holder should have respect for the office. And he feels that Donald Trump does not. So he's questioning whether or not, are you talking about our respect for the office or the respect of the office holder?
It would just be nice if ESPN could stick to sports, which is something that we all want to watch and pay attention to. And I find it unfortunate that these athletes like Tiger Woods keep getting put into this position for simply having a round of golf with the President of the United States, having a relationship with the guy for the past 20 years because he was a businessman in the entertainment sector. I would hope we'd have more respect for the office than that, but clearly it's a little bit difficult for the folks over there.
Katie, in this respect, I don't blame the questioner because they golf together. And I think it should be a topic on the debate show because he's a golfer and it came up.
I think the premise of the question was pretty loaded, though, to accuse, there are immigrants and people of color who are threatened by the president's policies.
Right.
What do you have to say about that? I mean, that's a pretty front-loaded question with an answer that they want. There's one way that they want that question answered, for sure.
And at the end, Tiger Woods, who was trying to get out of that questioning barrage, just said, look, I just played like 36 holes. I got to go get some.
I'm hungry. Leave me alone.
So coming up in about an hour, please watch. Jim Brown's going to be joining us live. He got up early for us. He wants to expand on his comments. He said on JT and the Brick on Fox Sports Radio that he finds himself pulling for the president and went on to say this might make me unpopular in the black community. But Jim Brown joins George Foreman, Dennis Rodman, Kanye West, and Herschel Walker, just off the top of my head, of prominent African Americans that seem to like the president. Right. Meanwhile, Jillian, we seem to like you.
Oh, I like you guys too. Yeah. Isn't that wonderful? All right, let's get you caught up on some of your headlines that we're following. Starting with this, Senator John McCain's final words to the American public revealed in a heartfelt letter read by his longtime aide.
I lived and died a proud American. We are citizens of the world's greatest republic. Americans never quit. We never surrender. We never hide from history. We make history. Farewell, fellow Americans. God bless you, and God bless America.
McCain also taking a thinly veiled shot at the president, referencing hiding behind walls and our current difficulties. The president ordering the White House flag back down to half staff, releasing a statement saying, in part, quote, I respect Senator John McCain's service to our country and in his honor have signed a proclamation to fly the flag of the United States at half staff until the day of his interment. McCain's Senate desk draped in black and topped with white roses. You can see there. Senator Lindsey Graham will join us later this hour to talk about his close friend. Demoted DOJ official Bruce Orr heading to the hot seat today. House lawmakers returning a week early from summer recess to grill him behind closed doors over the anti-Trump dossier. Orr's wife, Nellie, worked for Fusion GPS, which helped assemble the dossier. Orr also communicated with former British spy Christopher Steele, the author of the dossier. So a lot of ties there.
Indeed. Too bad it's not going to be on TV.
Right.
I would love to get a cup and just put it by the closed door and see if I could hear anything.
I'm sure a guard Stuart would
knock my head in?
No, I think he would just say, stop it.
Oh.
All right. Meanwhile, imagine this. Your child wins a toy at a county fair, and guess what? It's stuffed with a hidden camera. The horrifying story coming up.
And that's it.
That is pretty much it.
Stare at us.
Over the last 24 hours, you've finished preparing him for college. In 24 hours, you'll send him off thinking you've done everything for his well-being. But meningitis B progresses quickly and can be fatal, sometimes within 24 hours. While meningitis B is uncommon, about 1 in 10 infected will die. Like millions of others, your teen may not be vaccinated against meningitis B. Meningitis B strikes quickly. Be quick to talk to your teen's doctor about a meningitis B vaccine.
Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. Lean on me.
Today, 97% of employers agree that skills like teamwork, attention to detail, and customer service are critical to business success, like the ones we teach here every day.
You're turning onto the street when you barely clip a passing car. Minor accident, no big deal, right? Wrong. Your insurance company is going to raise your rate after the other car got a scratch so small you could have fixed it with a pen. Maybe you should take that pen and use it to sign up with a different insurance company.
For drivers with accident forgiveness, Liberty Mutual won't raise their rates because of their first accident. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
I work hard to protect this tuchus.
To take care of any messy situations.
And put irritation in its place.
And if I can get comfortable keeping this tuchus safe and protected, you can get comfortable doing the same with yours.
Preparation H. Get comfortable with it.
It's time for the biggest sale of the year on the new Sleep Number 360 smart bed. It senses your movement and automatically adjusts to keep you both comfortable. And now all beds are on sale. Save 50% on the new Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed. Only for a limited time.
Flintstones, meet the Flintstones. They're the modern Sonic family. From the town of Fairfield. Meet George Jetson. His boy Elroy.
With instant acceleration, electric cars are more fun to drive and more affordable than ever. Electric cars are here. Plug in to the present.
It's South Beach Diet's Healthy Living Sale. Join for free and get $100 in free food. Lose weight fast and get in the best shape of your life.
I'm Jesse James Decker, and if y'all want to know how I stay in shape, I do it with the South Beach Diet.
Lose up to 9 pounds and 3 inches in your first 2 weeks. Order your 28-day plan today and get fully prepared meals delivered to your door.
I'm healthy and in the best shape of my life.
South Beach is a low-sugar, high-protein, low-carb lifestyle that burns fat and transforms your metabolism.
I lost 24 pounds on the South Beach Diet.
Order your 28-day plan now and receive a week of best-selling South Beach Complete Shakes free. They're packed with 20 grams of protein, a great source of probiotics, and taste great. Act now. Join for free and get $100 in free food.
Trust me, the South Beach Diet works. Call or click right now.
Call 855-739-PLAN or go to southbeachdiet.com/sale and get $100 in free food plus shakes free.
Fox News Channel on Sirius XM. Your favorite shows on Channel 114. Plus, every story, every 15 minutes. Fox News headlines 24/7 at Channel 115.
They used to call it NAFTA. We're going to call it the United States-Mexico Trade Agreement. We'll get rid of the name NAFTA. It has a bad connotation because the United States was hurt very badly by NAFTA for many years, and now it's a really good deal for both countries.
President Trump celebrating a big trade victory, Charlie's Angel style, reading a deal with Mexico to overhaul NAFTA. The stock market immediately smashing records in a good way on Wall Street as a result.
So what does it mean for you? Stuart Varney, the host of Varney & Company on the Fox Business Network, joins us right now. Stuart, this is a win for the president.
Yes, it is, in my opinion. You know, we've seen a lot of different things from this president. And yesterday we saw one of the most different things you've ever seen in your life. Foreign policy conducted with a foreign leader via speakerphone from the Oval Office on camera for 20 minutes.
Right.
That was a sensation. But look,
you know what would have been been great for the president to say, you know, I've got many other lines here, Justin Trudeau. If you want to call in, join us live right now. Call 1-222.
I was waiting for the president to say, and you're going to pay for the wall as well. But that's another story
And the phone call, 99 cents a minute international.
It was a political win for the president, and I think it is an economic win for America. What this deal does, it's a two-way deal. It's America and Mexico. It encourages vehicle production in North America rather than Asia. And by bumping up the wages earned by car workers in Mexico, they go from like $3.50 an hour to $16 an hour. That's a major disincentive for Ford and GM and others to produce in Mexico. Produce here, because they no longer have that big labor cost advantage. Bottom line, it's a win for President Trump, it's a win for America, and Canada's foreign minister arrives in D.C. today to complete maybe the third leg
Pressure's
Do
on.
you
new
think that they
NAFTA
will?
deal.
Do you think that Canada is going to come to the
Yes,
table?
because as Steve says, the pressure really is on. The ball is in their court, and the president's given them a choice. Join in, negotiate, or face tariffs.
Tariffs
There you go.
again, and he wants that 300% on dairy for dairy farmers. He wants that reined in. He wrote a check to farmers because they know they're going through hell right now because of these tariffs.
But that is the president's hard line. That's his leverage. Do this, negotiate, or tariffs. Here you go. And you can't afford the tariffs.
When do we see Varney and Company?
9 o'clock Eastern Time, 5 days a week,
Because you
9 through noon.
you whet my appetite. I cannot wait for more of your show.
Really?
Yeah.
A fine promo, Brian, and thank you very
We
much
love
indeed.
your show. It's one of the best in the biz. Definitely beating that other network we don't speak of.
And you've only been to 42 states.
Only 42.
That's pathetic.
You've been to 49. You
Thank
beat
you.
me. Yeah.
And I'm a poor immigrant,
We got
fresh
to
off
go
the
to
boat.
Montana together. I'll take you horseback riding in Montana. How about
No,
that?
you won't. Thank you very much.
Stuart, thank you.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, it's a town of just 1,500 people. So why are pharmacists there dispensing a whopping 1.3 million pills? Geraldo wanted to know, and he went on a raid with the DEA. Geraldo joins us live next.
At Safelite Auto Glass, we really pride ourselves on making it easy for you to get your windshield fixed. With Safelite, you can see exactly when we'll be there, saving you time for what you love most.
So you have your headphones, chair, and your laptop, 24/7 tech support.
Yep, thanks guys. I think he might need some support.
Start them off right with the school supplies they need at low prices all summer long. Now save $150 on this Dell notebook at Office Depot Office Max.
There are lots of home service companies that will refer you to contractors who do big jobs, but what if they needed help with simple things like cleaning your house, mowing your yard, or simple handyman repairs?
Young has just turned 40, and we no longer needed the coverage.
That got us to thinking about letting our policy go. So I did some research and called Coventry Direct. I learned that you could sell all or part of a life insurance policy, even a term life policy. Turns out, people have been selling policies for the past 15 years. Who knew? We sold our policy. Now we have money to